Captain America, Frozen in Time. Chapter 1. The Awakening. The ice cracked. Light pierced through a tomb of frost, and Steve Rogers gasped for air. He jolted awake, lungs burning, eyes darting. His last memory was the icy waters of the North Atlantic, a plane plunging into darkness, a sacrifice made for the world. Now, sterile white lights and humming machines surrounded him. His shield rested nearby, pristine, as if no time had passed. A voice echoed, "Easy, Captain." Agents in sleek uniforms watched him from behind glass. Their logos were unfamiliar, SHIELD. A woman in black approached, calm but firm. "You've been asleep. A very long time." Steve's heart sank. "How long?" 70 years. Chapter 2. The world that moved. On the streets of New York overwhelmed him. Skyscrapers of glass pierced the sky, neon lights pulsed, cars zipped past, and strangers tapped glowing screens in their hands. Steve walked among them, but every face was unfamiliar. The world had moved on without him, friends gone, his era a memory. Billboards showed superheroes in metallic suits, satellites orbited above, and wars were fought with drones and code. Yet Steve's instincts told him something else. Even with all the progress, the old threats lingered. Shadows of Hydra whispered in reports he overheard at SHIELD. The war hadn't ended. It had simply evolved. Chapter 3. Echoes of Hydra. In a briefing room, digital screens displayed stolen weapons, black market deals, and strange tech with familiar insignias. The Hydra skull, painted on crates, stamped on rifles, burned into flags. "Impossible," Steve muttered. "We ended this." Nick Fury studied him. "Cut off one head, 2 more grow back. You should know that better than anyone." Steve's fists clenched. 70 years gone, and still Hydra's poison thrived. But then came the report that struck him hardest. Hydra wasn't just stockpiling weapons. They were searching for something buried with him in the ice. Chapter 4. The mission begins. Steve suited up. The stars and stripes gleamed anew, the shield resting firmly on his arm. For the first time since the war, Captain America walked into battle. He tracked Hydra to an Arctic facility carved into the ice. Searchlights cut through the blizzard, guards patrolled with advanced rifles, and inside, machines harvested something from the frozen depths. Steve moved with quiet precision, striking silently, dismantling guards before alarms could ring. But as he reached the main chamber, his breath froze in his chest. Encased in another block of ice was a figure wearing Hydra insignia, preserved like him, waiting to awaken. Chapter 5. The Ghost Soldier. The ice cracked just as his had. A man emerged, eyes blazing, uniform bearing Hydra's mark, enhanced, strong, his veins glowing faintly with serum. "Rogers," the soldier growled, his voice like gravel. "Hydra told me I'd see you again." They clashed instantly. The soldier's strength nearly matched Steve's, his blows fueled by a serum Hydra had refined. His shield was forged of dark alloy, denting steel with each strike. "You're a relic," the soldier sneered, "a soldier of a dead age." Steve blocked, countered, teeth gritted. "Then why are you fighting me like I still matter?" Chapter 6. War in the Ice. The facility trembled as their battle raged. Shields clashed, fists shattered walls, gunfire from panicked Hydra agents filled the air. Sparks lit the icy chamber as machinery ruptured, spilling glowing serum across the floors. Steve's mind raced. This wasn't just about Hydra's weapons. It was about their obsession with replacing him, twisting his image, forging monsters in his likeness. Pinned against steel, Steve roared and shoved back with all his might, driving his shield into the soldier's chest. The man staggered, gasping, serum veins flickering. "You'll never be Captain America," Steve said, "because that title isn't about strength. It's about sacrifice." Chapter 7. Collapse of the facility, explosions ripped through the base as stray fire ignited volatile fuel. The soldier, weakened, tried to rise again, but debris collapsed upon him, dragging him into the flames. Steve barely made it out, snow and fire erupting behind him as the mountain shook. He collapsed in the snow, chest heaving, staring back at the inferno. Hydra's obsession had survived decades, and if they had one ghost soldier, how many more waited to be awakened? Chapter 8. A Soldier Out of Time. Back in New York, Steve stood before the skyline, his reflection caught in a tower of glass. The world was unfamiliar, but the fight was not. Out of time, he whispered, but not out of purpose. He strapped the shield tighter to his arm. The war he thought he'd finished had followed him into the future, and though he bore the weight of 70 lost years, Steve Rogers knew one truth above all. Captain America was needed, and as long as evil endured, so would he.